Yo guys, I apologize about the audio in the video you're about to watch. My mic wasn't turned on, so it's a little bit echoey, but the video was too good for me to delete. So yeah, enjoy it. Make sure you find lots of value from it because I worked hard on this video. There's lots of value in it. My mic wasn't turned on, but you're gonna see it now. A lot of people ask me when they start dropshipping is how do I identify if I have a winning product or not? So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to identify if you're onto something when you're testing your products with your Shopify store. Before we start that, who am I and why should I talk about this? Well, my name is Nima. I just left the UK for Dubai. I've been living in Dubai for about 7 months now, and I made the bulk of my money back in 2020 when I first started e-commerce, around 2019, 2020, when I was working in Burger King, and everybody told me just get a job, and I would see all these people with money, and I just couldn't fathom, seeing someone with a Ferrari and I couldn't afford my rent. Something didn't add up, so I had to find a way to become a business owner. Long story short, I didn't have capital for anything, and I found that you can build a basic Shopify store, which I will leave a link for in the description below. You can get a free website built for you. The second link in the description below. You have your website built, and you can basically start your own website, and if you find products that other people want, you can sell them while you sleep. And long story short, I made over 100k doing that in my second year. First year I just lost money, trial and error, but it's a lot easier now, but I'll get to that later in the video. And I just wanted a better life for myself. Now here I just bought my first apartment here in Dubai. I have bought my AMG at 21 years old, bought Rolex, as you can see here. And I'm not talking about materialistic things. I was materialistic back in the day when I was younger. I'm much more matured now. Now I care about just having a good life. And I believe you want a good life too. That's probably why you're watching this video. So when it comes to Shopify, a lot of my students ask me, have I got a winning product? They make a sale and they're like, bro, like, have I got a winning product? I'm like, great, you've made a sale. That's fantastic. But making one sale doesn't mean shit. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This is what I call the fluke rule. The fluke rule means is that when you're testing your ads, you should not think you've got a winning product just because you made one sale. One sale could have been a fluke. You could have got lucky. It's very shaky terms. Trying to scale an ad set when you've made only one sale is not going to help you, because one sale you cannot judge just off one sale. Okay, so a lot of the times I have my students message me, they make one sale, and it's all well and good because for some of you, you've never made money online, and that one sale has just proved to you that you can get someone on the internet to pay you no matter where you are in the world, and that just proves the concept to where you can be anywhere in the world and make money. You can be on a business class flight like I was, connect to Emirates, Wi-Fi on board, I'd be making money while you're 33,000 feet in the air. That is what I think we should all aspire to, but one sale is not going to cover it, but it's great if you haven't made a sale online. So do not start scaling or think you've got a winning product based upon one sale. If you would like to work with me to build yourself a 10k a month Shopify store, the first link in the description will allow you to book a free one-off call with me. Now, I've made it free because I believe if you do book a call, you're not a time waster and you're ready to start. So if you want to work with me one-to-one to help build you a Shopify store, to get you making some sales online, to start achieving those goals and dreams that you want, the first link in the description, you can book a free call with me. And if you book it and you don't show up, you'll be blacklisted. Some of you are so lazy, you book a call and you can't even show up, and then you wonder why you're broke. I'm gonna be real with you, it's your own fault. And the second link in the description will allow you to build a free Shopify store. The next step to identifying if you have a winning product. So we've covered, first of all, you don't want to scale over a fluke sale. One sale doesn't cover it. The second step is the 3-day rule. The 3-day rule means this, which is what I've created, which is what I like to use. The 3-day testing rule is if within 3 days you've made only one sale, you don't have a winning product. A big mistake you're making is that you will make one sale. I've made this mistake too, and you'll get excited, which is great. And you'll let this ad run for another day, for another day, for another day, in the hopes and dreams that you've got a winning product when it's not a winner. You'll let it spend money. You'll let the ad spend money. You'll spend money, spend money. In the end, you've lost a whole bunch of money and you haven't made any more sales because you tried to scale a fluke product. The 3-day rule is you want to make sure you have at least 2 sales, ideally 3, but at least 2 sales in that 3-day rule. If you've launched a brand new product and you've made only one sale in 72 hours, cut it off. If you've made more than one sale, if you've made 2 sales, if you've made 3 sales, then you are likely onto something, but it's still not proven. I still wouldn't scale it if I made only 2 sales after 3 days. What I like to do is in that 3-day period, if you've made minimum 2 sales, you can allow it to run for another 3 days. And if you allow it to run for another 3 days and you make a few more sales, then likely, yes, you have a winning product. In that 3-day rule, make sure you've made minimum 2 sales, and then you can look at scaling. But before you scale, by increasing your budget to send more people to your website, you want to allow the ad set to run for a little bit longer. Ideally, what I like to do is with my students, let it run for another 3 days, let it run for another 3 days. And if you start making another sale and another sale and another sale, then you can look at increasing your budget to start sending more people to your website so you can increase those sales. And then you can also look at adding an upsell, which I'll make another video on scaling if you guys want to see that. That is is how you identify if you have a winning product. The 3-day rule. If in 3 days you've made more than one sale, allow it to run for another 3 days. If it has run for another 3 days and you've made another minimum 2 sales, then likely you are onto something, and you can start to slowly increase your ad set budget to start sending more traffic to your website. The third rule when it comes to finding if you have a winning product or not is to simply go back to the start of your sales process. When you're looking for a winning product, this is what is going to make or break. I have been telling you guys time and time again to use AI to find your winning product with a website called Sell the Trend, which I will leave a link for down below. And on Sell the Trend, you will see all the hand-picked winners. You'll see all the products other people are selling. Rather than doing your own product research, you need to find what people are already selling. That is the fastest way to success. Even my boy Jordan Welch on his TikTok, he was saying, if you want to be successful, find someone and copy their basic. That's what you got to do. You got to use apps and tools that will allow you to see what other dropshippers are selling and they're making money from. And you take that shit and you change it slightly so it's not direct copy, and you sell it for yourself. This is the start of your sales funnel. You have your product research here, we have testing here, and we have scaling here. You know, if this is shaky, then none of this is going to work at the bottom. You need to make sure you start your sales process correctly by using AI to identify winning products. If you're doing still your own product research, you're not going to get nowhere. If you use AI to find your winning products, you have a much higher chance of finding the winning product faster. So those are the ways I identify a winning product. Number one, if you've made only one sale in 3 days, cut it off, it's not a winner. If you've made more than one sale, let it run for another 3 days. If you've made even more sales, then likely you've got something. Then you can slowly look at increasing your budget to start scaling that ad set up. And then you can add upsells to take more money per customer, because no ad runs forever. So you want to make sure the customers you are getting in your sales funnel, you want to take as much money as you can from them, okay? With upsells and adding other products at checkout. And the third step is starting your sales process correctly by identifying other products other people are selling and making money. And last but not least, all of this is well and true, but you will never know until you test the product. My students message me all the time and they say, bro, what about this product? What about this product? What about this product? You will never know what sells. Same with YouTube. You will never know what goes viral until you put it in front of people's eyes. If you're not testing, you're guessing. You will never know what sells until you put it in front of people's eyes. I had no idea my first winning product would be some cat jewelry that I stole from someone else. I thought, I'll just launch it, see what happens anyway. I was kind of demotivated. And then the next morning, bang, I made 100 USD. So you will never know until you put it in front of people's eyes. All right, guys? That's how you identify if you've got a winner. If you're struggling with your winning products, if you don't know what to do, that's how you find them, okay? Like I said, if you are interested in working with me one-to-one, book a free 15-minute consultation call with me. First link in the description below will allow you to book a call with me. The second link, you'll be able to sign up to Shopify for about $1, and you can start building your website after work in the evenings to have somewhere where people can pay you to replace your time so you don't have to work a job. Replace your time with this website that eventually will allow you to quit your job if you stay with it long enough. But that's how you identify a winning product. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you have found this video helpful. When you guys like and you comment and you subscribe, it really motivates me to make these videos. I'm really trying hard to help you guys as much as I can. It's been your boy Nima the Machine, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.